We already.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 20th episode of the wonderful Cream Stream. It's IRATE Prostate here, your master of ceremonies. And remember, cyberspace cadets, it's a beautiful Friday, so have fun with us. Joining me tonight includes the artist formerly known as Akam.
Hello, everybody. It's Malin here. How are you doing?
Right. And Sir Adamantine.
Good evening, everyone.
All right. And Red and Geek Thulu.
Hey, I'm back. I'm alive.
All right. Hey, Geek. And Red would be joining us shortly. So just wanted to get everything kicked off and see how everybody's doing. Check in and let us know if you had a good week, a bad week, a strange week, a good one.
Oh, I've had a pretty decent one. I've really just been fucking around most of the week, but nothing too serious.
We really should have opened the show with this.
I'm tired of that goddamn meme.
I know, man.
Do you know the way?
Oh, shut up, die.
The way as a deceased equine being. Okay. So yeah, it's been kind of news-wise, all over, including the internet and stuff. We've had all kinds of, we had a president that referred to the countries, people leaving their shitholes to come here to live. Which is, I guess, if I had lived in a shithole, I'd probably want to live in some place like the U.S. myself. But I just wanted to get everybody to weigh in on that. I thought that was an interesting, and he has a tendency to, he's getting very good at misdirection and deflection. So, it's like, what's really going on, whenever he does that kind of stuff is my question. Any ideas? Any comments?
Well, he's not inaccurate. I mean, okay, it's not really presidential, but
yeah,
we all know these places really are shitholes.
See, here's the thing.
Didn't his wife come from a shithole?
Slovenia is not exactly Haiti.
But it's not that bad either. I mean, it's really not that bad. But yeah, it's a shithole in a way. What were you saying, Sir Adamantine?
I was saying Slovenia is not quite the same as Haiti, though. I mean, it may not be the UK, but it's definitely not Haiti.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah, Haiti's a completely different beast. That place is fucking awful. It literally looks like the shanty towns of South Africa in Johannesburg.
Haiti is literally made out of dirt and sticks.
Yeah.
Way to go, Kayla. You see it? She said, since our irate leader has neglected to include it in the video description, here you go. Streamlabs. Other people.
Oh, dude. Well, thank you. Yeah, I do have Streamlabs, and I'll go ahead and pop that in the chat momentarily. I was just, excuse me, I just plugged that in because I wanted to see I had a new sub that's joined us, and so I wanted to see who that was. I always want to know who my new subs are so I can try to get in touch with them and thank them. Because it's, I don't know, it's kind of a way.
Wow, IRATE, you're doing good. Approaching 400 pretty soon here.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of nifty, it's kind of a,
it's kind of swifty.
Nifty and swifty, that's right. That's rock'em sock'em mock'em for you. Up on it. We were talking about you talking some more, so you got anything you want to talk about, man?
Oh, well, actually, I do have a question. Do you know the way?
Oh, God.
Oh, we know the way.
I love that meme so much.
Yeah. You think it's a little, you do think it's a bit played out at this point in time?
Nah. Got to keep the memes flowing.
Want to get that meme, keep it alive.
That meme is the bop of memes to me. It's
the Yokiro Taco Bell of memes. That's going to happen to it.
Yokiro Taco Bell.
It's like when you first hear it, Mbop, you're like, oh, this is kind of a catchy tune. And then you hear Mbop for like the 30th time in a day, and you're just like, why don't you go kill yourself, Hanson?
Look, to me, it just sounds like you don't know the way. Somebody
I'm
used to show you the way, brother.
I'm glad I don't know the way. You know.
Me too. Yeah, and when William Stinchever did point out something, I did not say thank you when he subbed me, and I'm doing it right now. So thank you, William Stinchever, for your subbage. Thank you.
We gotta get you set up with some OBS or something.
I've got an OBS, and I was playing with it tonight, and I really want to run it because I got some cool. I did all this stuff myself, and I've got a degree in art, so in my opinion, it looks fucking killer. And if it's making me happy, you know, it looks good. I'll put it that way.
You're doing it wrong. If you're an artist, you always hate everything you do.
And that's my point. Is I usually hate, you know, it's like I'm tickled with what I've done because it's OBS. I've never done anything like this before. So it was fun assembling some stuff. And hopefully every time a new meme pops out, I'll be able to include it in the in the video running in the background. It will definitely be visually attractive. I guarantee you that. Something going on.
Well, that was some dead air.
Yeah.
Well, that air was about as dead as it can get, you know. I was looking for this thing. It says this is from Florida, of course. Okay,
And Florida man.
No, it's a Florida cunt and her fucking child. Okay, that poor kid. Let's just listen. Okay, for the second time in 3 months, a toddler has overdosed on pills, reportedly by the North Palm Beach area woman. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office states that Jeanette Horman, 43, was arrested Thursday night on multiple child neglect and perjury charges after telling authorities the 19-month-old, my bad, had possibly ingested 2 narcotic pain reliever pills earlier that day. Her story changed from saying that someone had spilled the pills to claiming that she may have dropped 1 or 2. Let's see. Records indicate that Horman called 911 on Thursday night to report the dispute between her and a person who she initially said through buprenorphine, buprenorphine. No, it looks like buprenorphine. That sounds like
Bupropin. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Buprenorphine or something like that. Sounds like ibuprofen and morphine.
Yeah, maybe it's a narcotic.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. I like that. Let's see. It's a partial opioid antagonist. And it's so it's one of those. It's kind of like the stuff that was designed. Ultram it's kind of in that family. It says can be dispensed for take-home use by prescription. Attractive treatment for patients addicted to opioids. So it looks like it says an opioid antagonist. So it might be the stuff that that's strange. I don't know. Anyway. Well, this shit fucked the kid up, man, and it's just like exactly. And the point, is that why is this happening for a second fucking time, Florida? What's going on with the child safety people? Why does she have that? Why did she have that kid? And why is she in prison?
2 people isn't a lot. I mean, there's millions of people in Florida.
I mean,
there's trailer parks in Florida too.
Millions of them.
There's reptiles in Florida.
Quick, somebody call Liz and ask her what that is.
Enough said, huh?
She'd know.
But I mean, this could very well be an accident. I mean,
yeah,
it's like, I mean, you hear shit like that. Being a parent, like your worst fucking nightmare is anything bad happened to your kid.
Yeah.
But sometimes just bad shit happens and there's no explanation, and it's just sometimes it just happens. they can't really do much else about it.
Let's see. The other thing is, honestly, it's like they talk about baby-proof lids, but I've seen my 5-year-old help my mother-in-law open up just her like regular ibuprofen bottles. Okay, and I honestly like oh, was it John Platt over in the chat pointed out? He's like, where was the father? Where was the parent? Where's the supervision? And if you've got something that's dangerous for a child, you put it up. But then again, part of me wants to believe the George Carlin way. See, part of me wants to believe the George Carlin way. The kid who swallows the most marbles doesn't grow up to have children that eat marbles. So, and I've got 4 children. So, I mean, I never did the child safety locks. And maybe I should have prefaced that with I have 4 surviving children, but now
she's got a fucking graveyard out in her backyard, just tons of dead children.
Why you think I live on 5 acres with goats and pigs?
She's arcade theory in practice.
Get all environmental and shit.
Nothing goes to waste on this farm.
That's right. That's right. So, would you eat goat? That's the question.
I have.
Oh, is it good?
It's pretty. It also depends on what a person feeds the goat for the goat milk and the goat meat taste, but it can be pretty gamey, almost like venison.
Mm-hmm. Can it be like? Does it have a kind? I would imagine the milk would kind of have a grass taste.
Well, and also seriously, it depends on what you feed it, because what my father-in-law is feeding the goats right now is shit, and the milk tastes like shit, so I don't drink it right now.
Ooh.
Haven't you ever had goat cheese? All right.
Oh yeah.
Goat cheese is wonderful.
I do have something to say along the lines of pigs.
Okay.
They're delicious to eat, but I absolutely hate pigs, the animal. I don't trust pigs one bit. Because basically, after I found out they can eat people, and they will eat people under the right circumstances, I don't trust them.
No. If you fall down in a chicken pen, those chickens will peck on you whether you're dead or not. You fall down in there and you're laying down prone, they will start coming up and start pecking at your live carcass.
And cats will eat you under certain circumstances. It's like like they say, it's dog eat dog out there.
Those chicken eat people. They're waiting for the day they can open up a human fried, Kentucky human fried franchise.
We're turning into a vegan channel now.
No, I love to eat pig. I hate pigs. I do not trust pigs. I will kill a pig. I will eat a pig.
But how often do you run across a pig, though?
No,
pigs actually can go pretty feral. They can, being out in the wild, like if they escape and go out, they the sows as well. They can turn pretty vicious. They start growing tusks. They start reverting back to their pre-farm days variety. Seriously, you watch that shit like in Hawaii. They were just little old pigs, and now there's these wild, voracious boars going crazy out there.
Well, Malin's correct. I grew up on a farm as a child, and yeah, a full-grown pig, even a domesticated one, can kill you.
Oh yeah.
See, here's the thing, though. I live in Iowa, but I never grew up on a farm. In fact, I've been around farm animals sometimes, but barely ever, like up close. So I don't know, but I don't trust pigs. I don't really trust being around cattle because I'm afraid of pissing them off and they're going to like run at me and trample me or something, or especially if it has horns where it could like stab me. Yeah, I don't know. Generally, I'm distrustful of pigs, cattle, anything that can turn on me. And the pigs because they'll eat you. The cattle because they'll trample and stab
Somebody's
you.
read Animal Farm way too many times.
How many times do you run across farm animals, Malin?
There various points in my life.
And he's lonely, and he needs a little love.
No.
He gets a little drunk. He just kind of like walks by a farm. I bet you there's some pussy in there that needs some loving.
See, here's the thing: living in Iowa, you see farm animals frequently, but I'm not around them. Like you'll drive by them, right? Or in the distance you'll see them, or kind of maybe over the fence you'll see them if you're at the right place. But I have never grown up on a farm.
Where all the right places are to run into stray animals. See? Listen.
So do you like lay there at night and like sometimes hear a noise and you think, oh my God, is that a pig? Or
no, because pigs don't run loose in Iowa. Like all the pigs are like in these pig farms where they keep thousands of pigs and then they slaughter them and stuff. That's where pigs are in Iowa. They have like seriously, they have these giant like farms. They have thousands and thousands of pigs there, and then they take care of them and with these feeding machines, and then they kill them. Because I know some kids that worked at places like that in high school, and some people that worked at places like that. And that's basically where all the pigs are in Iowa. They don't roam around. They're like in these like pens and stuff. But I wouldn't trust
you have to go like European Muslims there. Or Jews. Selective curves.
I was going to say, you know, Geek Thulu, there. If you ever look at a package, you know the K on it means it's kosher, right? And now there's
I used to
have the H on for halal, right?
Yeah, I used to in New Jersey. I used to buy kosher shit all the time, just because it always tasted better to me.
Yeah, kosher spam. See, that's when I started thinking about it. Kosher pork, kosher pork meat, man. It's there. It's
kosher.
Is that kind of like turkey bacon?
I don't think there's such a thing as kosher spam. It seems to be oxymoronic.
Is kosher and halal basically the same thing, different name?
Actually, no, in halals, there's a priest that I don't know about like kosher, but I know like with halal, there's actually a certain way the butcher does it and prayers and shit, supposedly. It's kind of like organic. It's kind of like the organic label. They say it's this and you just buy it.
It's exactly like Judaism. They are identical except for the specific prayers that are said.
Okay, but all the white people that are guilt-ridden to buy this because they think it's better. All we're doing is putting a nail through this cow's head. It doesn't matter.
Did that
cow ask Jesus into his heart before you did that, you heathen?
You don't recognize Jesus. He's a false prophet. Who is he?
Sounds like you're Donald Trump.
I don't know.
That's not bad though.
All right, but aren't properly observant Jews supposed to not eat pork?
No, they're not. That's my point. That's the whole fucking point.
All right, so how can you have?
It's funny because Jews and Muslims mirror each other, and they basically don't do a lot of the same things and do a lot of the same things, and pork is one of them.
Is it wrong that Joys of Sorrow typed over here, kosher has a special priest, and those priests are part of the synagogue that I saw Cinnabon?
Synagogues with an S.
But he spells it C-I-N-A-G-O-G, and I'm like, Cinnabon, wait, what?
Yeah, rabbis.
That's the kosher cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, it's got the kosher pork in it. But I don't know. It just never made sense to me. Anybody bring any news articles or anything from the week that stuck out to them?
The only thing that stuck out this week to me was liberalists.
Yeah, the cult of Sargon.
Yeah.
Let's talk. You all want to talk about that because I have every time I hear it, I get more fucking confused as to what the fuck it's supposed to be.
It's classic liberalism, but repackaged. That's all it is.
Under the Sargon trademark. It's really sad that almost everyone you like, when they reach a certain point of big, they become just detestable.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, just going, "Oh, that's delicious."
I can smell the corn.
Yeah. Did you happen to eat vegetable beef soup last night?
It was.
It has a very taut smell.
A little bit of cayenne pepper.
I think this should stop.
All right, so Sargon's going through this whole thing where he's like, if not me, who? If not now, when thing. And then on the other hand, he's saying he doesn't want to be the leader. And then on the other hand,
to not be a leader is to say you don't want to be, because then people will push you into that point.
Right, exactly.
Say, guys, I don't want.
Give it to Coach Red Pill. He's the one that wants it.
Fuck Coach Red Pill.
I know.
Actually, he needs to get fucked, so maybe he'll loosen up a little bit.
You volunteering, Red?
Yeah, actually,
he's got a harem of 20.
I was going to volunteer Malone over there. I was going to ask him if he would let him know where all those cows and pigs were roaming around.
No, look.
I like Malone better than Malin. I think we should go with that.
Yeah.
Told you, it's Malone.
Malone sounds tough.
Malone.
That or we should call him Mahoney. Officer Mahoney. Mahoney! Too much Police Academy.
Those are great movies.
My theory behind this whole thing is I think Sargon is like, oh, shit's really hit the fan in the skeptic community. Kekistan is shit the bed with Jeff Holiday. So I need to do something to differentiate myself from them and separate myself from them. So I'm going to just rewrap and repackage classic liberalism into this new brand that I have. And then I'm going to sell that shit. And then they'll forget about the fact that Kekistan was like fucking cringy, fucking edgelord fucking meme shit. And I no longer have to be associated with Jeff Holiday and the likes of those people again.
He's always identified himself as a classical liberal, as a classical liberal. But yeah, the more of this shit the more that this shit just keeps rolling, the more I realize what a disaster VidCon was for this, whatever you call it, community or whatever you want to say.
I think VidCon was the greatest thing to ever happen to this community.
It exposed reality. People started scrambling, trying to cover their ass. Oh, it was great for about a week. It was awesome. Where they're like, oh, we're on top, blah 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 blah, and then all the shit hit the fan.
No, the great thing about VidCon, why I think it's like the greatest thing to have ever happened to the skeptic community, was because it got all of these people thinking that they were each other's friends. And then when
that's exactly
push came to shove,
you're right.
When they figured it, then that fucking reality came crashing down on their heads that, oh, these people are just scum fucks.
That bitch.
Yeah. It was the greatest thing. It was like the tiny little fucking stone that started rolling down that snowy hill, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the egos started clashing more, and then all it took was Kraut to be a fucking shitbag, and bang, we got what we got now.
Well, and I love the way that you have that kind of insight into this stuff, man, because that's exactly what it was. And they were talking about like who's going to be the first one to really roll over, because there's shit that hadn't come out yet, and we know this, man. It's just a matter of time. But who's going to be the one that who's going to be the one that rolls? Who's going to be the one that says fuck this shit? I'm going to sell myself. I'm going to sell my friends out to save my own ass. And a lot of people are saying that they think it's Kraut. I don't know, man.
I think Johnny Fox was saying that last night, wasn't he, on my stream or the other night?
That may have been where I heard it, man, because it was like it was making sense to me, because that's the way it always works. It's like this dude gets busted for drugs, and then 3 weeks later, the real dealer goes down, and the dude that got busted is mysteriously out of jail. And it's like, well, what the fuck happened? I don't know, and it's all bullshit. The dude fucking, they flip. They flip on their friends, no matter how tight they are.
See, here's the thing. I don't know. I kind of feel like that genre is it's dead at this point. I feel like the last 6 months have been the death of the.
Well, it was never a genre. See, that's the whole deal. It was an illusion. See, fucking Armored Skeptic named it the skeptic community, but out of his ego. Somebody else was saying that earlier. It's like, God, all this shit is so true.
But didn't Sargon technically start that genre?
No, it was Thunderfoot.
No. It was the atheists back in the old school, the hardcore early atheists. I'm talking
when atheism. It was when
the blogs were big, man.
No, when atheism split from atheism plus, and then the skeptics came out of what was left of the atheist group. But then the skeptic community is also morphed as well, because I know a lot of people here that aren't atheists, that are in the skeptic community now.
I'm not an atheist.
Right, I'm not either.
No, but see,
I'm not in the skeptic community either. But see, here's the thing about the whole skepticism or the skeptic community is I misunderstood what skeptic was. I'm skeptical of most things until I get proof one way or the other. You know, people come out with tinfoil hat theories, and some actually turn out to be true. Some turn out to be, you know, flat earther type styles. But I mean, I'm skeptical, and I don't think I'm one of those that sees the world as half empty, but I've been around long enough that, all right, you believe this is what you think is happening. Fucking prove it.
See, here's my perspective on this whole kind of thing. How I've basically seen it is I had before I had really only used YouTube for like entertainment type purposes. Like I watched PewDiePie on there, H3, like just different, you know, funny people, like comedian type people that I thought were funny. And then about like late 2016, I started finding like, you know, all these people like I found people like Sargon and other different people that talked about political stuff, and I had been interested in political stuff, but like before that I never really watched people on YouTube, you know, talk about it. So then I just found some of that and I was like, well, this is pretty cool. And then I was like, well, I really like political stuff. And then it was around, you know, June, early July to mid-July of this last summer that I was like, I'm going to start my own thing and kind of try to break into this realm here that I see. Is I started noticing that there was like I didn't really realize there was a community. I was just like, oh, there's a Sargon, and then I found Bearing, and then I was like, oh, there's like individual people, and then
several people point out that a community doesn't have to be something you identify with. It's something you're involved with and interact with. You don't have to like or identify with the people. You're interacting with them on a regular basis.
Yeah,
it's a community.
Yeah. But like I hate a vast majority of the skeptic community, but I would consider myself a skeptic and part of that community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like here's how I kind of went with that though. I kept the Occam's razor thing for, you know, I basically got there right the week of, like, my first video was posted. I did it about that whole CNN blackmail thing or whatever. That was my original first video on Occam's razor, but it was posted the week of that whole VidCon drama and stuff. So like I got here just in time to witness all that go down and all the 6 months following till December. And then it was like, it was that November area or whatever, kind of in November and everything. I was like, you know, I have to get out of here. I don't want to be. I got here in the last 6 months of this genre because I realized, like, whoa, I probably just got here to witness the last half of a year of this genre before it completely just fizzles out and dies. I'm leaving. And then I was like, I'm going to try to do my own entertainment stuff, stay away from politics stuff on YouTube.
Well, you just have fun. That's what YouTube should be. Is like, if you have a passion and you have fun, you know, fuck all the, like just like boring or trying to conform to anything. Just have a good time, you know, go with the flow, get some banter, you know, enjoy yourself, and, you know, fuck what your viewers want to see. Do what you want to do.
Look, if you shit post on like 4chan and shit, fucking why don't you? I shit post to people in conversation. You know, it's the same thing, man. Why would I do anything different online? You know, unless I was, you know, trying to pose, you know.
Oh God, anybody in my life can tell you I'm an asshole. I was like, I'm nice, I care about people, and I take care of people.
Truth.
Well, you know, come on, Red. There's a heart beneath that hard exterior.
No, she's a vile piece of shit. Don't let her
lie. We can all agree on this.
Shut up, Malone.
God. Yeah, but the fun being the point of it, I think that has to be taken to heart and not taking yourself seriously. That is so fucking, that is so cringy, man. When you can tell somebody that's taking themselves so seriously, it's like, look, man, this is fucking YouTube. You know, it's a form of social media. It's like Facebook. Oh, I'm the king of Facebook. You see people running around saying that? No, I've got 400 followers on Facebook.
I've got an 18-year-old that just decided that she wants to be a candy girl, or not a candy girl. She wants to be a sugar baby, or she wants to be a cam girl. I'm like, fuck you, no more internet.
Whoa.
Nope. No, yeah, I know. She had like an hour-long discussion with me today in the car.
Let's not rule out Cam Girl. It depends on what she looks like.
How old is she?
And her age.
She's 18.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
She wants to be
I'm
something
not
every
hating
day.
this idea.
She's like, Mom, you gotta tell. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not even linking profiles or nothing. Fuck you. No.
Jeez. That's scary though. I bet if your mom
youth now are looking at
what does she
Twitch
look like though?
I've posted pictures in Discord before, but that I deleted them very quickly because I pimped her out to Brown Bomber just to tease them what a real girl looks like.
Oh.
But I mean, you never know, man. She could be making tons of money. Though there is that weird part. Like I've always wondered, like porn stars' fathers, like have they ever just like gone on the internet to go jack off or something, and
they come across their kid?
They come across their kid, and then what is the percentage of the fathers that continue to masturbate?
Oh God.
Oh God.
No.
I don't think you want to know the percentage, honestly.
No, I think shit like that too, man. That's really, it's like.
Well, see, here's the sad part.
Thank you for saying that because I thought I was weird, man.
My ex-husband, her father, would probably be condoning this and being proud of her. Be like, yeah, honey, be a cam girl.
There's some sick
because the inner horror that comes from that side of her genetics.
Like, I'll be your agent. I mean, fuck. Give me like 10%.
Fuck, greedy bastard. I'll take 7.
So, but no, it's just like that's where our youth is heading. It's like, oh well. And then one of these days I gotta ask the accountant if he wants me to post that question because accountant, check your DMs later. I got a question to ask you about that idea you posed to me. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's pretty interesting. But he actually sent me a link for what do you call it? Oh, I lost it. Oh, it's in the Hangouts. That article. I think that's a perfect segue for this right here.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, do it. You gotta show it though.
Speaking of pills, okay, because we're going to stay poignant with society, and with the current topic at hand. What I want to do here is I'm going to go into a little screen sharing. All right.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. All right, and we'll go with this. And see this device here? This is an ingestible pill that can track your fart development in real time on your telephone. There's an app for that. That's right. Scientists often hope to break ground with their research, but group of Australia, of course, Aussies just bored. It's a fault, like mate.
From the down under.
That's right. You get that fun down there.
No, Geek needs to do the right accent for this one.
Oh, I feel a rumbling down under.
Down under. Let's see. Did I do? Yeah,
no fun
research. So yeah, man, the deal. I mean, there's not a lot to this fucking story. I mean, they literally developed a microphone that you can swallow, and it will.
It's a microphone.
Well, it looks like a microphone. Plus, it's also got
like.
Hold on.
I feel like this got to come with an app, iPoot or something like that.
Exactly, man.
No, I feel like it would have like this weird, like it would have a little alarm. It's like, it's like imminent.
Yeah, the vibration of your phone just gets louder and louder.
They call it's called the toot tracker.
Gas explosion imminent. Gas explosion.
That's not its name, is it?
It's called the toot tracker right here. Look at the screen, Geek.
It's like, yeah, reed switched, wireless transmitter, gas impermeable shell, of course, because and then it's got a gas sensor in it, batteries, and antenna. I mean, this thing is fucking major high tech. Look at that stuff, and a gas permeable membrane, because you don't want that stuff getting affected and have false readings or anything like that.
But aren't you eventually going to shit that out?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
You get to swallow it again.
Right, exactly.
Just rinse it off in this thing.
I think it's a one-use thing.
Nah, get another capsule.
Well, you think about those colonoscopy things that they use. They have to use those over and over again. Those things are very
expensive. Spitting out right there? What's that?
That's molecules. That's gas molecules. Methane.
Oh, okay. So it's coming into the sensor.
That's the methane, mate.
Oh.
perfect music background for this.
Why cure cancer? Why look for a cure for cancer? Why look for a cure for AIDS when we can find out when we're gonna fart?
Because you know, prostate. I thought Dr. Pimple was your low, but apparently,
well, you know, hey man, every bottom has a trap door in it. You know what I'm saying? That's a. And we'll come out of that
for every
bottom. Says swallow two and fart in stereo.
For every bottom, there is a trap to fill it. Isn't that right, BCK?
Oh, dude. Well, you know what the square root of 69 is?
Your mom.
8 something.
Wow. That was great.
It is. Technically, it is. So.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's right. Crash and burn.
You know, hey, lag. You missed. You missed the fart capsule.
The fart capsule.
So, well, there's another topic that the accountant brought up. I want to use it on Devil's Advocates, but I'm trying to encourage this guy to start doing his podcast because he's pretty intelligent and he's got some shit to say. But his question that he wanted to pose people was today, with the way we interact with everybody online, we meet up on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all these other social apps that are all online.
Grindr. Don't forget,
and Grindr too. But most of our interactions with people seem to be a greater percent online. So who's to say we're not already living in a virtual reality simulator, so to speak?
Yeah, and I was arguing this with Uzi Q just yesterday, that we could technically be considered LARPers with the lives that we're living, because excuse me, I'm having a hard time swallowing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no shit.
He just swallowed one of those fart pills. Those things are
man,
big.
It was big, man. It was huge.
You got to massage the throat as you swallow.
Yeah. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But hey.
Hey, Lotus Wolf is here. Quick, say down under.
Hey, Lotus Wolf, how's it going down under?
How's it down under there?
We were just talking about how your upside down land people developed a fart capsule.
You're such a lovely Sheila. Come on in here. It's just a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, but yeah, so.
Hey, quick, guys, get in a retirement home real quick over and Lotus will give you a bath.
Oh.
She's a professional.
God, this is crazy.
I'd like just shit all over myself and make it the worst experience.
There's scuttlebutt going around that Oprah Winfrey is going to run for president. She did that little speech the other day where she sounded real presidential and et cetera, et cetera. She's like Hillary and Obama put together. She's like the best of both worlds. Hillabomb.
Obama.
Mom.
She wouldn't win against Trump.
You don't think?
Yeah, she said some pretty inflammatory shit about white people. Like,
really? I can't take her serious ever since I watched her back when I was a kid come out on her talk show with big tubs of lard that she had sucked out of her body and showed the audience. Okay, I remember seeing that shit. I stayed home from school sick that day, and I was watching talk shows, and Oprah Winfrey show was on, and she was talking about her diet plans, this, that, and the other, and she went and got liposuction and showed everybody her fat cans.
And she didn't make soap out of it?
Sopra.
Oh, no. Sells it.
All right, but here's the thing. Oprah has a 30-year track record of no one daring to insult her for anything. What happens on her first debate against Trump?
You're a dirty spook.
Oh, shit. Supposedly The Rock has filed his running papers as well.
I'd vote for The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson? He's running?
Yeah. Can you smell what he's cooking in the White House?
Wow. What party is he then?
Not to AP. Smell.
He's probably going to be a Democrat. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that he'd be.
Yeah, they all would run as Democrats.
But didn't The Rock at one point face Donald Trump in like?
Yup, wrestling.
Yeah, in the ring, he sure did, man. Yeah.
You know how funny that would be if it ends up being Trump versus The Rock? That race would be so legendary.
Well, you know,
yeah. Donald Trump versus The Rock on YouTube. I found it. So
the presidential debate is in like a ring, a wrestling ring or something like that.
Nothing's ever going to change.
Vince McMahon is the moderator.
Oh shit!
It would be great.
Who's Kamala?
Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Because the Dems are pushing for Kamala or Michelle, is what Joyce said.
Oh.
See,
Kamala
basically,
from California.
the only president I want is one that can show me the way.
We need Michelle Wu. Michelle Wu us the way.
I just want to kill him. I just want to stab him in the face.
He's got a very stabbable face.
Yes, I do. I have a very
Your boyfriend told you.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Joys of Sorrow got it right. Kamala Harris. Although Kamala the Ugandan giant would have been a much better.
Could you just imagine him standing up there and just go like he does?
Oh my God.
I think something we do also need to talk about is AP getting fucking dinged again. Because he said he had his second strike, and so now he's on the old what was that, the news channel. He's changed it to a radio program type format.
Yeah, he was talking about it earlier today.
Yeah, no images. Yeah.
He said he's going to play a little bit safer and do more of kind of like what Tonka and I do in terms of like how he puts shit up there, so he doesn't so he's not going to get dinged as much or lessen the chance of getting flagged for shit.
Logic. Yeah, that funny. That Dusty shit was great, man. It's just sad, man, because every time they get some momentum and shit, somebody fucking stomps on their ass, man. It's almost like it's deliberate.
I still think it's Liz Reptile and Zephin gang.
You think it is?
Well, I heard they got kind of like enemies with there's like another like weird Kekistani like news thing, and they don't like that he's using Pepe or something. It's something to do along those lines, and they suspect it might be them doing that shit.
Was it like the big man Tyrone bunch? You know what I'm talking about? Big
man Tyrone, what?
Big man
Tyrone. He's from Africa somewhere, and he would do the president of Kyrgyzstan.
Okay. He wears like a weird suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Oh, that weird guy.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
Malone. Not talking about Malone, the weird guy. We're talking about big man Tyrone.
Yeah, Malone will be funny one day.
Yeah.
See, I think we need to make I think we need a logo for our cream stream, and I think I know what to call it. What the logo should be.
When Malone's testicles drop?
No, no. It should be Ugandan knuckles so that we can know the way.
Oh God!
I just want to fucking drown him.
Malone knows the way to the pigpen.
Like I'm willing to just commit suicide by driving a car with him like tied into a fucking booster seat into a lake. I'm willing.
I want to assist you.
Malone, you need a new avatar. For fuck's sake.
No. Dual Wield made this one.
Dual Wield should be shot along with you.
Yeah.
And I love Dual Wield, even though he
Malone,
bought a shirt. He bought one of my
quick.
shirts, but he still deserves to be shot for that.
Malone,
avatar.
look at the collar of your shirt real quick.
Yeah, what about it?
Look at it.
Yeah, it's a blue. What about it?
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, that blue on blue ain't working.
No. Look at the color of his shirt.
Well, no, the thing that I notice is that it's two different colors of blue.
Yeah.
I know what
blue
red's
on blue, heartache and heartache.
Yeah, that's representative of his love for PewDiePie that will never.
It says blue on blue
never
balls.
be constant-
We need to get the man a hooker.
One that looks like PewDiePie.
No,
We might be able to get
You're gonna bring that
PewDiePie
back?
because he believes in touching his fans personally. He wants to reach out and touch their lives.
Yes, he loves his fans.
So does Destiny and Onision. It's just too bad their fans are mostly underage.
The fucked up part is Onision's in my part of the world, and I have to explain to people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't born here. I was just raised here. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, technically you are a Southern girl, aren't you?
Yeah, born and raised in a briar patch.
I bet you $5 you're pretty. No, I've got a theory. You know, there's Southern pretty and then there's Yankee pretty. You know what I'm saying?
I was born in Texas, raised in Alabama until I got shot up here into Washington when my dad discharged from the Army.
Who's listening to the X-Files?
Oh, it's Merck's alarm. I've told you this.
Oh.
It's better than, well, better or worse, depending on how he normally gets woke up.
Tell Merck to
Depends on
get
if he
another
took a shower.
job. Tell him to get a different job with a better work schedule.
He's working on that. Like I said, he's given it a year, and if they don't promote him to the day shift that he wants to be on, he'll find somewhere else.
Hey, I was going to say, have y'all been watching the new X-Files?
Merck has. I haven't, because I was disappointed in the last new X-Files.
Yeah, last year's episode.
Yeah, I watched that miniseries and like I fucking hated it.
That was horrible.
I would still fuck David Duchovny.
I'd fuck David Duchovny, but that's besides the point.
Freaking Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny. I'd do them both right there.
Gillian Anderson got like way hotter.
She did. She really did.
Gingers can age pretty well. I've noticed that. Gingers do.
Lack of sun. If you keep them out of the sun, man, they look fucking.
Look
awesome.
at season 1, Gillian Anderson. She's not that great to look at.
She was gawky and awkward walking around, like she was almost like a marionette when she moved.
She got less fat.
Yeah, Uzi Q has porcelain skin still to this day. And it's just as beautiful, white, and smooth as the day I married her. I'm just saying. Aww. Stay out of the sun.
Stay out of the sun. Yeah, unfortunately, I learned a few summers ago that gingers, we don't tan, our freckles get closer together. I ended up with this like permanent tan for like a year and a half after I went to Yakima. So don't wear tank tops out in the desert sun there, ladies.
We put the
at least if you're a ginger.
Yeah.
We called it Yakistan because we were doing military training up there.
That's right. That sounds good to me. You know, I'm still trying to remember what I forgot, and it's drive me crazy. I hate that shit. I do.
Well, after you have too many brain injuries like me, you just learn to let it go until it comes back to bite you in the ass, and then you're like, oh yeah,
yeah, it'll be 2 or 3 hours from now. You know,
you're entering that age, IRATE. Just get used to it and embrace it.
Bite my big toe.
Yeah, sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Fuck it.
That's right. No, but I was going to talk about people, being, I don't know, Americans, I think, are more disillusioned than the rest of the world when it comes to our politicians. Because essentially what I see is really one party with 2 arguing points that they're never going to agree upon, and they're both big government and, minor difference in the, the tax rate, pay for a little bit more of this on one side, pay less for that, and that's it. That's the differences. And then Europe, I think that there's, talking about the Sargon thing, I think there's this disillusionment that they think that they can create it's just like that whole fucking socialist dream. It hadn't worked yet and it never will. And, I'm over it. I know that nothing's going to change, but I really don't want to succumb to the world, the one world government thing either.
Well, I think when you're saying that Americans are disillusioned, I think you're overestimating Europeans.
You think so?
Yeah, people are sheep. Stupid sheep.
I can see that for sure. What do you think, Red?
I have no thoughts. I don't get paid to think. Sorry, I was just shilling your content in the chat. Not all ginger ladies are hot, goat man. I have met a few. I mean, some of them that chain smoke a pack and a half to 2 packs a day, sitting at a bar, waiting tables, all this shit. And the only time they look good is in the dark lights of that bar. Okay, not all ginger ladies are hot because not all ginger ladies take care of their skin.
Redheads are polarized. They're either gorgeous or they're fucking ugly as a goddamn pile of shit.
That's true.
I mean, there's no in between, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Malone.
I've also learned when you talk to gingers, you either love them or hate them when they talk to you.
You're the future president. What do you think about this?
About redheads?
Malone?
No, about the political disillusionment.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, as someone that wants to run for political office in the future, I feel like I would want to be better. You know, like I hope I don't.
What happens the first time that some sort of lobbyist comes up to you and tries to slip you 50 grand?
See, I would refuse it because I wouldn't want to look like a hypocrite. Because one of my talking points, I think one absolute thing we need to do to better capitalism in this country is to make lobbying illegal. All kinds and forms of lobbying have to be illegal in order to make capitalism work. Because if you have lobbying, that's not capitalism. That's letting companies.
What's the cutoff of
get around the free market?
If I as a private citizen want to meet my senator, should I be able to arrange an appointment to meet my senator?
Yeah, it shouldn't cost you anything.
Yes, you should be able to.
Shit on people. That's messy.
No. Okay, so I, as a private citizen, if I just want to express my own crazy ideas, I should be able to meet with the senator. But what happens when I work for a major oil company and I just want to meet my senator as a private citizen? I'm not paying. I'm not paying any money directly, and I'm not directly representing the company. But I'm really representing the company, and they get the hint as to what it means.
I think there should be a lot more scrutiny applied to look into things like that, and I think that companies shouldn't be allowed to represent themselves to like Congress or politicians or really any level of government. Why? I don't think companies, because then, okay, that's how capitalism gets defeated. Because in the current state of American affairs, we have like companies that can go to the government and have laws made that will edge out other companies. Not by the natural flow of the market, but by basically the government edging them out to make less competition for them. So like certain companies with money get an edge in the economy. So they're basically, it's kind of like getting around true capitalism, which would make the economy work better, and getting into that realm of crony capitalism, which really is not true capitalism, and it just wrecks the economy.
Okay, so speaking of politicians, you guys want to see an interesting article? Seriously, you guys want to see an interesting article? We were talking about The Rock being president, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a news article about it. Okay. Well, fine, don't answer me. I'm going to show it anyway.
Oh, well,
I said, do you want to read it? I'm sorry, I had myself muted.
All right. So, okay, The Rock for president? Hello, America. When Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, announced he was seriously considering running for the president of the United States, it shook up millions of his fans throughout the world. He further noted that if he does plan to actually run, he will film as a documentary every step of the way. He would want every meeting, every decision made disclosed to the country. He wouldn't want underground players or secret organizations, especially the KKK, or those representing that type of organization, which represents division and hate. The fuck? He just wants to be another movie star.
Yeah,
He doesn't care about being president.
Actually, every president that's been like slightly an outsider has said that same exact shit, that they're going to expose all the big secrets and stuff about what's in, you know, Area 51, blah blah blah, and none of them ever do it. Actually, were you talking about that today? About the whole idea of Area 51 being like well, we can't tell you about that, so that's like a non-confirmation that it exists. So you get the people focused on that shit where they can't really look at, so they don't look at really what's going on with the government not doing its fucking job.
Who said that?
That was AP trying to trick me into saying something that I didn't want. I wouldn't want to say. They were trying to say, oh, Geek never comes down on the side of an issue, I guess, trying to pick at me for being like a fence rider.
Well, I think that what you say though is just that you don't have all the information in a lot of these, you know, a lot of this stuff, and you know, it's like depending on the information that you have on hand, your opinion is probably going to, you know, change slightly from one way or another.
Yeah, they were like asking me like what kind of conspiracy theories or whatever I believe in, and I was like, I don't really believe in a lot of these conspiracy theories because most of them are just kind of fucking wacky. But like, if I was gonna go with one that I think would probably have a bit more merit, or one that could probably convince me more easily than others, was like the JFK assassination conspiracy theory. But I mean, based off of everything I've seen, I don't see anything that would make me think that, you know, any of those other conspiracies had any legitimacy. But you know, I feel like that one could be convince me easier than like believing that there are reptilians, you know.
What do you
secretly
think?
Well, there's Liz.
All right, if anybody was behind that, it would have been Johnson, because he's the only one that had anything major to benefit from it. That's my opinion. There's nothing provable. The autopsy does not verify the whole fucking grassy knoll thing. But then again, that, you know, that corner could have been bought off. So, you know, it's unknowable. All this shit's unknowable.
But honestly, do any of you think that any president has full access to all information?
Oh no,
not now.
Nobody in the United States government has access to all the information.
You know, if Donald Trump had all the information, we'd already know it by now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
It'd be on Twitter.
Like, if somebody in the government has this piece of classified information, then someone else is going to have another piece that person doesn't know, but they also don't know the other information. Like, they're pretty good at keeping that stuff separate. Like, there's pockets of people that get to know this. Everyone else, it's illegal for them to know. This pocket of people get to know this.
Right. It's called
compartmentalization
of all intelligence. That's usually the way it always works.
It's safest that way to have, like, you know, this pocket of people get to know this pocket of people get to know this. The president gets to know this, doesn't get to know this. Congress gets to know this, but the president gets to know more, and you know, it's safer.
Right.
Well, especially since
in the military it's the same way, you know. All intelligence is usually compartmentalized, just, you know, because if one piece of the puzzle is gone, it's not as catastrophic as one person knowing everything.
You know, well, since this all started out with like the Area 51 thing, and go back to the movie Independence Day, where the president said there's no Area 51, and they're like, well, not exactly.
Right.
Plausible deniability.
Exactly. That has to be built in to some point. And I'll be honest, man, I don't think that the interagencies, I don't think they trust each other as far as they can throw them. I really think that there's like interagency rivalry. I don't know, man. I think that people have died as a reason of that. I think that, you know, for the fact that the CIA, the FBI, you know, then we're looking at the DEA, who else? Tobacco and firearms. you know, all these, you know, militarized agencies, you know, all have like this animosity. Border Patrol, you know, the Department of the Interior, right? And there's so much information that's not getting passed between these. And there was a law specifically passed when Bush took office to make sure that happened. And it's still not happening, you know?
Oh my God. Actually, I've been reading more into this article and I can't believe this. See, I like The Rock. Now I'm not liking The Rock.
Fuck The Rock.
See,
I can't.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to smell what this rock is cooking.
Power.
Here's the thing.
It's the attraction of power.
But no, listen to this here. He says, this man, he said, has divided the nation in a sick and alarming way, reminding one of the 50s and 60s, which shook this nation with explosions of blood and guns. Cities across the nation exploded with fire and death. A war against the people. It was hell. He's saying Trump.
That's a bit hyperbolic.
Yeah.
When did that happen? When did all that stuff happen?
No. He's saying basically what Trump has done has basically brought back the same type of shit as the 50s and 60s.
No, identity politics has done
The Rock further emphasized that it is the responsibility of the people to rise up and be counted. Conditions will only change should the people stand up and let Washington know emphatically their feelings. People may not realize it, but this is another civil war, rich against the working class. We had better not forget that Trump's finger is on the nuclear button, and with his kind of psychological state of mind, he is a dangerous force in every aspect of American life and survival.
Fuck. That's just.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you know what I think was really irresponsible? I learned something really funny but irresponsible about Bill Clinton. Somehow, when Bill Clinton was president, you know that briefcase that every single president gets that has all the nuclear code, and they have it near them at all times? Bill Clinton lost it at one point.
Yep.
While he was president.
I think it's only
he left it at McDonald's.
Gesture. He left it at Monica. He lost it on Monica's nightstand. That's what happened.
Well, you know what else happened on his watch too is that
another
the
civil
plans.
Eat my ass, Rock.
Hello.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that the missile guidance systems that North Korea is using right now was a result of the Clinton. It was Clinton sold those. His White House sold those plans to China, and China gave them to North Korea. And I was like going, why in the fuck is going on here? Why are we doing this? It didn't make any sense to me. And now he's got a damn missile that can fucking, hit me, Kim Jong-un.
Actually, I have a pretty funny meme once I recover my laptop hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a picture of Kim Jong-un wearing the Make America Great Again hat. It says, please don't bomb me, Mr. Trump. See, I wear your hat.
Good.
Yeah, it was. I kind of blanched for a second because I live in socialist Washington. That I was kind of like, oh shit, what's this guy got to think? And then I got like some political viewpoints from him, but he thought the meme was hilarious.
Aren't your state workers unionized?
Yeah, once you get into Washington State and get into their registry, you got to be fucking retarded and, I don't know, fucking somebody's neighbor's dog and get caught with bite marks in your dick or something in order to get fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hold on. This is something that just caught my attention in this article. There is an official draft at The Rock Political Committee registered with the EFEC, and another poll was taken by Public Policy Polling, which indicated that Johnson would lead Trump 42-37 in a prospective contest. Obviously, being box office is paying off for The Rock because whenever he makes an appearance on the tube, the ratings go sky high. Not only that, he proves what a class he is. He's very articulate, discusses any aspect of politics and American concerns with the greatest of ease. He is a definite favorite of millions of young people who genuinely understand what the current issues is. No, they don't. They only understand what the new Jumanji movie's made of. That's what the Rock is cooking.
I do have to say something about The Rock. I did not know that he could sing. until I found out that apparently that I never really watched the whole movie yet, that one Moana movie or whatever, that animated movie, but apparently he played that one guy on that movie.
Disclaimer, Red's views after this point doesn't necessarily reflect the views of Geek Thulu and the Cream Stream.
That's right.
But when have you ever met a colored man that couldn't sing?
Oh.
Holy moly.
Colored.
They got the rhythm, don't they?
Sorry, I thought I'd preempt you there.
That's right out of the 70s, the 60s, and 70s, man. You would hear Sammy Davis Jr. jokes and shit during the 70s. Not interesting. It does not reflect my views, as a matter of fact. But I do think there are a lot of great black singers out there. So,
well, I just want to know when Red was in the colored bathroom so that she could hear the black man singing in the shower.
Well, it wasn't necessarily in the shower, but there was some tile floor involved.
I feel like Merc may be a cuck.
No. This was like 14, 15 years ago, back when I was a young, starving ginger. Yeah, sure. Let's put it there.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't sucked a black dick for a meal? Yeah.
Not all black dicks are created equal.
It was high yellow.
Were the knees. Sorry, broken word. You got me for a second. I'm gonna stop sharing that. God, that's so annoying. Again, The Rock. See, I wanted to like him, but I think a big heads up should have been when we saw him in Susan Pulley What a Fuck-Sicky YouTube video where he came in and said, "Yeah, this is what YouTube's all about, guys." So.
See, how does Dwayne The Rock Johnson claim to know what YouTube's all about? He's not even a YouTuber.
Yeah.
How can he know what YouTube's all about?
I don't know. Maybe he knows a little something about entertainment.
He might know one or two things about
it. Call a shot in the dark.
Is that a mention about butt sex? A shot in the dark.
Butt sex.
Wow.
That's right.
So, okay, so I pulled up a couple of articles, and then something else that other people might be interested in the whole political sphere, if people want to keep talking politics, is the gerrymandering that happened in the South recently that was actually documented.
What states was that?
Louisiana, I believe.
I was hearing something about that the other day.
Imagine corruption happening in Louisiana.
Which party?
Democrat?
It was actually it was the Republicans. It was a Republican guy that was actually caught in a public forum where he said we redid the lines at the way they did it because they couldn't do more. So they gave the Democrats 3 votes instead of the 2 they were trying for. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Tell you what, I will find the article on it. And if you want to pull up the other any other articles,
that sounds like the say that again. Because that sounded like it was the Democrats that came out on top on that.
No.
The exact opposite.
It was the opposite. It was
okay
for the Republicans. It actually went to a higher court, and they're actually fighting the issue now. So I will actually find the audio snippet of the guy admitting in a public forum, some guy you probably shouldn't tell a secret to, because gerrymandering happens all the goddamn time. Nobody pays attention. This guy said it out in a public forum.
Yeah, I mean, they literally call it gerrymandering because it started in like Europe back in the day, like in the 1700s, I believe, or I don't know when did we need a historian here.
I used to be before I hit my head one too many times.
What are you talking about? You're old enough. You know history.
Yeah, I know a little bit. I know a lot about like the Soviet Union, the whole Cold War fascinates me still to this day.
I love the Cold War. World
War II, Vietnam, of course, all the major wars, it's like I've read a lot of stuff about that, and, strategy. I'm a big fan of George Patton.
You need Charming Man on the stream.
It wasn't Louisiana.
I was
It was North Carolina. That's what it was. It was North Carolina.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. It was North Carolina was up to some hijinks. What part?
Durham.
Durham, yeah.
It says federal. Oh, I gotta share this. I found it. I found one of the articles. Like I don't have the audio, but
so they drew the lines to exclude a certain black section of the county or the.
It says federal judges have yet again struck down North Carolina's congressional districts as an unconstitutional gerrymander, dealing Republicans a blow and throwing the state's maps into chaos just months before a pivotal midterm election. A 3-judge panel, including 1 circuit court judge and 2 district court judges, ruled Tuesday evening that the Old North state's redistricting plan relied too heavily on partisan affiliation in drawing constituencies, violating citizens' rights under the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause, the First Amendment, and Article 1 of the Constitution. Shit, they got three strikes. Damn. The decision is the first time a federal court has ever struck down a redistricting plan as a partisan gerrymander. The final word, however, will likely come from Supreme Court, which is considering 2 partisan gerrymandering cases. And it says, when Republicans took over the North Carolina General Assembly in 2011, for the first time since 1870, they had the opportunity to redraw districts following the 2010 census and quickly set to drawing maps that would aid GOP candidates. In doing so, they relied in part on racial data, a practice that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled permissible when creating majority-minority districts. In North Carolina, as in many southern states, there is a strong correlation between African Americans and Democrat voters. And this effectively helps Republicans crowd Democratic voters into fewer districts. The plan worked extremely well. In 2012, Republicans won just 49% of the statewide vote, but snagged 9 of the 13 House seats. 2 years later, with 54% of the vote, they won 10 out of 13 seats. But a lawsuit against that plan argued that the Republican maps had actually been intended to dilute black votes, and a federal court struck the plan down in 2016. Wow. Yeah, wow. This has been going on, and it just finally made the news.
Yeah, but it's been going on a long time. I mean, I'm not surprised at all, especially in big urban areas. I think the county that my mother-in-law lives in, it's in like 2 different places, and they don't even connect, but it's the same voting area. It's so strange. I don't understand how they could do that without having them connect, but they don't. Hoover, Alabama.
Shit. I'm trying to figure out where it is. There's audio of this guy.
Durham.
Says it.
This is Raleigh, Durham. So that's the same area, Raleigh. Yeah. While you're looking at that, this is from 1999, May the 11th. Clinton. Whoa, hold on. The Clinton administration notified Congress today that it approved the export of technology to China to permit the launching of a communication satellite aboard a Chinese rocket next month. President Clinton, and that's the stuff that ended up Korea's hands. So, I'm going to do this whether you want me to or not, so just get used to it. Bend the fuck over. I've been fucking you for 7 years. You're going to get 1 more year out of me. And then I'm going to pardon all my friends. It's going to be awesome.
I watched some old videos from the 90s of Christopher Hitchens saying a bunch of bad stuff about Bill Clinton. Apparently he had a lot of stuff to say about him.
Oh, he hated the Clintons. He wrote a book about he wrote a book about them.
Hitchens absolutely despised the Clintons. I watched some interviews where he was talking about it, back when they were actually president and stuff like that, and It was insane. I mean, it was interesting to listen to. He had a lot of interesting stuff to say about them.
There are so many other reasons why he should still be alive, but yes, one of them is it would have been fascinating to hear his take on the last election.
Well, Breitbart is too.
Hitchens is amazing.
Man, Breitbart's in the same ballpark intellectually, in my opinion. I thought he was.
As Hitchens? No, they're not.
Well, no,
not even close.
Hitchens is like on a really
rare
high
level
pedestal when it comes to the his word usage, just the way he summed things up and was able to say things in such an amazing way. I don't know. Hitchens is amazing. I wish he didn't die.
I think Hitchens was one of the smartest men alive in my lifetime. Certainly,
he was only 62.
Certainly one of the top couple who weren't scientists in my lifetime.
Yeah. Like, I love to listen to old Hitchens talks and stuff like that. It's amazing. And reading some of his books and stuff.
Milan, I think an important person you might want to listen to or read is the stuff by William F. Buckley. Do you know who he was?
Who?
William F. Buckley.
I don't know if I'm too familiar with that name.
Well, you might. Yeah, he was one of the classic conservatives. He was really one of the last classical conservatives.
There are actually videos on YouTube of him talking to Hitchens.
Yeah, they often they spoke a couple times. And when my Buckley talk like this, well, the excitement level has gone to 11.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. Like we started talking about all that stuff, and then I feel like the excitement kind of died down because we lost
Do we need to get you a goat? Do we need to get you a goat?
We lost. Oh my God, we lost away. We need
you need the excitement to be.
I've never wanted to fucking break into someone's home before and just cut someone's head off. Like,
see, I'm not gonna let this Ugandan knuckles me
brain, man.
Yeah,
while he's awake.
How racist of you, Malone. How white do you have to be and appropriating the Ugandan culture? And they are lambasted with AIDS, syphilis, and children as a cure for AIDS. And you and your white little smiley face and half your teeth missing, gonna sit there and ask them, do they know the way? The fuck's wrong with you, white boy?
Avatar are not missing. What the heck?
The best meme that's ever come from Uganda is the gays, they eat the poo-poo. They eat
I remember seeing that video. That was funny. I saw that video on a PewDiePie was watching that video once, and I was like, what the heck?
He licks the anus. Look at him lick the anus and
he licks the anus.
Oh, man.
It's amazing. The poo-poo is
yeah. I just find it funny that nobody in that classroom went, why does this motherfucker know a lot about gay porn?
By the way, Uzi says hi. She just popped in.
Hey,
Uzi. Uzi.
I gotta go see the husband out the door.
Yes.
And I'm still looking for that audio.
Kiss him. Kiss him.
I kiss him. I kiss him where nobody else can see.
Eat his poo-poo.
Kiss him. Man. I love that.
I'm not above tossing a little salad as long as they've washed the lettuce, all right?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. I always learn something new about Red.
Yeah, no doubt, man. She is full of information.
Yeah, I mean, if you hang around Red long enough, she will show you the way.
All right, you know, Malone, the thing about memes is they're frequently employed by people who can't be clever without them. Just throwing that out there.
Dingage.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt.
Man, it's a good thing I only use that one meme.
Repeatedly.
Mix them up, dude.
Ad nauseum. There's a new word for you.
That's Latin, isn't it?
Jesus.
I know that.
I learned that in law school.
I think Jesus learned. I think Jesus spoke Latin at one point. He spoken with that other stuff. I mean, they dealt with the fucking Romans and stuff. I mean, come on. You know, he had to speak a little Latin. I don't know, Aramaic, they said, and them people up there. And, you know, my mama and them, you know, last Sunday during church.
My mama and them. Are you black?
She got bit by one of them rattlesnakes, and it wasn't, you know, we thought shit, you know, she had the Holy Ghost and stuff, but evidently she didn't, because her arm swelled up like goddamn, like I ain't never seen. So we had to, you know, they told us not to take her to the hospital because, you know, we had to, you know, that meant that we didn't have faith and didn't have the Holy Ghost, but she would have died if we didn't. So, you know, I don't know, man. I'm second guessing this religion. I don't know about the snakes. It's just a little strange for me. I never was comfortable handling snakes. Now, drinking poison, that's a different story.
What are you even talking about? Snakes and poison?
Isn't that like the Seventh-day Adventists or something?
No. It's their holiness. It's called the Holiness Church. And I have relatives on Sand Mountain up in North Alabama that actually do that shit. And my uncle by marriage's father died from drinking Drano.
What? Why?
Because it says in the Bible, and it's actually in the you know, in the part of the New Testament that was, you know, that was post Jesus, you know, it was not Revelations, but I think it's one of the other books, maybe the letters from Paul. But it supposedly it says that if you are filled with the Holy Spirit, that you will not, you know, poisons and venom will not kill you.
Well, that's retarded.
I would say put down that book at work.
I would say put down
exactly.
I would say put down that Bible, pick up a science book.
Well, yeah, and also if you handle snakes enough, some snakes you can develop a tolerance, you know, to the venom. After a certain amount of exposure, and they, you know, it's like in a lot of them they milk, you know, they milk a lot of the venom out of them. Especially the small snakes, because they can't gauge their, you know, venom dispersal when they bite you. So, yeah.
I think I would get that, those family members you say. I think I'd get them a few books about how venom works and poison.
They can't read. What the fuck?
I'd be happy to be rid of those relatives.
Hey man,
see that it's natural selection at work right there. Natural selection at work.
I agree. I totally agree, man. But they're good cooks. That's for sure.
I wouldn't trust their cooking if they're like, oh, we can eat poison and not die. How do you know they're not going to put poison in their food and be like, oh, well, you eat it if you don't have the Holy Spirit.
They're filled with the Holy Spirit. That's what, you know, they talk in tongues. Is only when they're filled with the Spirit do they do that stuff. You know, they dance around. I swear to God, I went to church when I was a kid with them, man. It scared the shit out of me.
Wait, hold up. I don't know why I find this so funny, but someone in the comment section, Goat Man, just said filled with the Holy Spirit, and then it has like a little smiley face, like implying, like, you know, something else.
I can tell you, going to church camp, I fell out in the Spirit once or twice.
Well, they call it the Holy Ghost. You know, yeah, I bet.
Filled with something.
No, you just fall out.
Yeah, do the St. Vitus dance on the floor there. You know, do the little wibble wobble. Oh, we thought she had the Holy Ghost. Turns out it was epilepsy.
You know, I didn't read the actual story, just the headline. Some woman just got prosecuted for beating her daughter and trying to shove a crucifix down her throat because she thought she was possessed.
Are you kidding me? Really?
That's why you call the professionals, man.
That's the kind of person that you take up into a helicopter and just hang them.
Why would you hang them? You just throw them out. I mean, that's kind of the reason they use the helicopter.
No. You don't just throw them out. You have like a noose.
Yeah, you can just use a window. You can just use a window, really, if you want to
save a lot on gas doing that. Yeah, definitely more fuel.
There's a lot of prep time that goes in with a helicopter.
Indeed. You know,
and a certain financial restraint.
Well, you know the checklist that you got to go through to make sure that everything's working and stuff. That's a good 45 minutes. You know, so it's like you kind of lose momentum there. You know.
Yeah, you might just stop being mad.
Yeah, so you want to strike while the iron is hot. So you take them to the top of a building or something. You just push, ding, and that's all you need. Go, and then, man, those brains is everywhere, ain't they? When they got about 5 feet away from that time.
Yeah, I saw the article you sent me the encounter. Oh God, this guy is just a wealth of information. Oh, but I'll save this one's a bit of giggle political, so I'll save that one towards later. I know
it's about LBJ's plumbing choices.
Yep. Shower choices. Yep. Oh my God.
There's some interesting motherfuckers, man. You know.
Oh my. So, what are we going to discuss next? Oh my God.
Is there any other YouTube shit that we haven't addressed yet? Let's see.
Did any YouTube shit happen today? I slept through it.
So
I actually caught the Kumite a lot today. I was really impressed with the Kumite today.
It was fucking terrible.
No. What I was impressed about it was, honestly, Tonka made a good bit of money on V. For fuck's sake, people paid $200 to get V kicked off. And that was just to get V kicked off, not to mention all the shit talking that was happening in super chats.
Well, what was interesting was, that's what's happening. I long for the Kumite of old. When it was, sitting around talking about Shin Godzilla one day with AP, and then the next day, two people yelling at each other, and now it's kind of like Opie and Anthony, man. 4 hours of, really decent entertainment, I'm not faulting them for anything. I think it's, I just miss the old days.
But it's keeping a lot of people entertained. I mean, that's what you got to.
Well, no, and I'm delighted. Well,
that was brought up today. V is another prophet, and I don't know how the Kumite keeps finding fucking prophets. But I mean,
V is
people were throwing humor at V and trying to riff, and it's annoying as fuck when people throw you a good line and nobody knows where the fuck to go with it. It's like.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I was literally getting angry. It just how much of a comedic black hole he was. I just couldn't believe that somebody is that fucking humorless.
It's pretty sad when you see somebody suck and nobody comes to fruition.
Taka sends me a link. He's like, "Hey, you want to help the show out?" And I was like, "All right, yeah, I can get in there." Me and AP can kind of go back and forth and probably get each other, get each other some shit going. And was I fucking wrong? Because every time I threw something out, V would just come in like fucking Godzilla on Tokyo and just step all over it.
Hey, at least Godzilla hit his targets.
And then he would just chime in with these fucking awful non sequiturs that had nothing to do with anything that we were talking about. And then when he comes back, he's like, "I don't know, why are you guys talking about? Why you talk so much shit about D&D?" And we hadn't talked about D&D for 45 minutes. And I'm like, what fucking reality does this fucking brain dead Romanian live in?
See, I've been having a hard time understanding. And we used to buy our AK-47s from Romania. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it you guys can't shoot guns? What is he talking about? Oh, we can't shoot guns.
He never shot a gun in his life. That amazing.
They have guns. Why hasn't he shot a gun?
It blows my mind, man.
They have guns in Romania.
I've never shot a gun. It's like you've never shot a gun, dude.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. He's probably not considered mentally sound enough to even hold one.
I don't think he's dumb. I just think that.
Oh, I do.
I do.
I think he's just a, he's stuck out, man, and he's lonely. He needs a good woman would fix him. Because
somebody was saying he was married. I was like, what? To what? Sargon's nuts?
Yeah. And that's the other thing that I kind of
shit, don't he?
That's the other thing I just kind of don't like about him. It's like he doesn't seem
sycophantic.
He doesn't seem to be his own man. He seems to be Sargon's little mouthpiece. He's like an arbiter, a herald of Sargon. It's just like,
well, it's like Medicare picked up that pattern that it's like that Sargon, when he wants somebody to confront like an opponent or something, he'll send V, or I can't remember who the other guy was, and then he'll hang out in the chat and make comments.
Or formerly crowd.
Yes, that's right. Sargon is funny, man. Like when he's doing the thinkery stuff, and I think he's, maybe he's just
fucking bore.
Yeah, he's a little bit boring, man. He's a little bit on the.
All right, well, which is IRATE?
He's boring as hell, man. It's just I don't know. It's this whole liberalism thing, man. It's just like,
yeah. But like the thing that
why don't you just grow a dick and come out and say you want to be, you want to start a new political party and just do it. Instead of saying, I don't really want to, but
I would much rather be making video games. But I just have this calling. I can't walk away from it because if I don't do it, no one else will save us from SJWs. He's like, get the fuck off your cross.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not right. I mean, he's not wrong about the SJWs, man. They still need to be fucking put in their place because personally, I think people are lightening up on it. Maybe,
but he's trying to act like he's the only one who's gonna do it.
He's not the only
personally,
one.
I agree with almost all of his points. I don't agree with his Messiah complex. I don't need or want a leader.
Yeah, no shit, man. We got a president.
I don't need any leader. Period.
Yeah, and the thing is he tries to act like he doesn't want this, but I know deep down inside it's just pure ego stroking for him.
Exactly,
he fucking loves it, and that's the thing that irritates me about him. It's not that he wants to start his own little like political movement or whatever. I don't care, but be honest with your people about it. Don't try to bullshit me. And like, I think that's what Medicare took exception to. It wasn't the fact that he was going to do his own thing. It's that he was saying that he was going to do his own thing, but he doesn't really want to do it. It's just been thrust upon him. And Medicare took the piss out of that. And then the funny thing is like, in that stream, when you listen to what they say to Medicare, they took him aside because they think he's better than that. Took him aside. Like, what are you his parents? Are you scolding him? Are you trying to teach him a better way to live?
That's an excellent point. It really did come across as condescending.
It was condescending as fuck.
It kind of like you're straying from where you should be. Let us correct you.
Yeah, right. And that's you're not thinking right, man.
And that's what Kraut used to do. All of his little fucking nut hangers are always like, as soon as somebody dares has any type of sway over Sargon or any type of pull in a community, as soon as anybody speaks out against Sargon or criticizes Sargon, you're suddenly met with his list of fucking cronies being in your chat saying, let me on a stream. So they can go in there and fucking try to convince you to become a Sargonite. That's all it is. Like, and the fact that like all these bigger YouTubers are too scared. Hopefully that's changed now, given the way everything's been going. Hopefully that does change. But before they were too scared to fucking say, no, Sargon, you're full of shit.
What do you think, Malone, about this? Because I know you got into all this shit because you dug Sargon. Tell us what you're thinking hearing this stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess people are just gonna do what they're gonna do. I mean, I don't. I'm gonna be honest.
What does that mean?
I've just kind of. I've not really been watching Sargon as much anymore.
Why is that?
Not gonna lie. I don't know. I just kind of started watching him less, and now I don't really watch him that often. I don't know.
Well, I really like Sargon, and I've liked him since before I knew who any of the rest of you, like the whole community, if you will, were. But I think the ego's going to his head.
Yeah. It's the whole Ziggy Stardust thing over and over again, man. How come it's happening now? How come this is starting to come to a head at this point? Is it the whole crowd thing? Is this like dominoes? Is this what we're seeing?
Because the group is dying, the genre is dying. It's gonna go away.
Yeah, he's trying to get away from that group because they're basically persona non grata at the moment,
right?
So he doesn't want to fucking knock around with those people anymore because they've got a bad reputation.
Well, also, if you're going to do something, then you're going to have to move from fucking YouTube into reality, and start campaigning. I mean, where does he go from here? Or is he just going to stay on YouTube and try to, convince people, to his way of thinking? It doesn't make sense, because if he makes the decision to be more active, then he's got to quit YouTube at some point and start, going on real TV.
Well, but the thing about this is, even like the biggest ones like Sargon, if they go out into the real world, they'll rapidly find that they're nobodies too.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's where I'm going with this shit, man. It's like, I think he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that's why he's like, he's doing this him-hawing shit, because that's a way of doing nothing. And I think people are going to basically, say, get shit or get off the pot. I think that's what's happening, is that everybody's reaching that point with these people. You've been talking to them this shit, what are you going to do now? Talk is cheap. You can only get to a certain point with talking.
Speaking of talk is cheap, God damn it, Malone, nobody's clicking the link.
No, click the news link. Why doesn't anybody click the stupid news link?
Because Malone's not news. It's news.
I literally
Well, then tell you what, Malone.
Posted a news link.
Malone, if it's that important, how about you click on it and share it?
Read it.
Just click on it.
It's a video news.
Malone,
link.
Well, then,
Malone,
it's video news. Seriously, just do it. What
Come on,
wrong
Malone,
with you
do
guys?
it, Malone.
You act like
shut up, little
I'm
girl.
some troll. You act like I'm some memeing troll that literally only wants to troll the stream.
Honey,
with me.
trolls have skills. Trolls have skills.
Why would any of us watch a YouTube video while we're on a live stream?
Right. No, it's an article.
Check it out to get the gist of the news.
I want to see an article. Read an article, please.
Yeah, Malone. Malone, what are you contributing to this
You
besides subscribe to Malone News?
I got to hit the head.
Show us something.
Did he put his own link in there?
Come on, Malone.
Malone, did you put your own link to your own video?
Are we going to have to start calling you Leave It Alone, Malone?
I literally did not. Just look.
I'm gonna click on that link. I'm gonna see what happens.
Oh, yeah. So he's off of
gotta be
now.
You're a fucking piece of garbage.
Why'd you do it, geek? I don't even have to know. I don't even have to click it to know.
Fucking hate you.
It's either his channel and the subscribe link or some type of retarded Ugandan shit. What are you, 12?
I think Malone is a baby whitey.
I think you and my middle child need to go tampon shopping together. That's what I think needs to happen.
I'm not 12, I'm 19.
Oh my God. The fact that you had to clarify your age.
Oh
God. Leave it alone, Malone. From now on, links in the Hangouts will be linked as such as the Leave It Alone Malone channel.
Okay, look. From now on, you can trust my links. Okay.
No, I will never trust your links. You've betrayed the trust.
Oh God, that's it. I need to find out where Malone lives. I will hire a fucking hooker. I will do it. I will hire your mom, Malone.
No,
I will do it.
All right, give Malone some credit. This is like the first time in like 3 of these streams where he's said a word.
Yeah, this time he said more than a word. He's the last stream. I think he said 6 words.
6 words. That's probably true, actually.
You want me to go back and count? What are you doing outside of the stream, Malone? Are you cheating on us?
I don't know. What do you think the average 19-year-old is sitting in front of a computer doing?
I don't know, but there's a ginger girl and a hung griffin sitting in front of him.
And I shouldn't share
and
it.
some guy with way too many tentacles.
What?
And another guy with an open mouth. So I'm kind of scared.
It's the teeth.
Wait, what?
It's the teeth.
Why aren't you smiling with all your teeth? Are you Liz Reptile's kid?
No.
No, he still has skin.
No, because I hope that I could be actually entertaining. And from what I've seen and heard of that whole Liz Reptile, that doesn't really sound that entertaining.
Well, it depends upon your view on reality TV.
Exactly.
Toki, there's my Toby.
Wow,
What
wait.
is gay fact?
Wait, poking Toki. What? Wow. Wow. Okay. You toking.
Malone, tell us what you think about PewDiePie.
Great channel. I like to watch it. I mean, that's,
he creams in his PewDiePie every time he watches it.
I just watch it for entertainment value. It's really good.
That's what everybody watches Pornhub for.
Theories.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just watch porn for entertainment value too.
Hey, Malone, can we get a look at that bunk bed again?
Fapping is very entertaining.
Oh my goodness. No.
Are you a top or a bottom?
That's actually a valid point there. What's the answer the question, Malone?
Or do you and your brother snuggle? Where's your brother, Malone?
Where's the funny one?
Where's the funny Malone?
Yeah, your brother is the superior Malone.
Oh my goodness. My brother's the superior one.
Yes.
Wow. No, not superior. Funny.
Are you saying your brother's the top?
Oh, this went to a dark place fast.
No, I don't. Why red? Why do you got to be like that?
Why? Red is red. Have you seen my Twitter profile?
I've known you for a while now, and what you know.
Oh, Brian's got a good point. You're a power bottom.
A power bottom.
A power bottom. What
the fuck is that?
Because you just ram into that shit. You just own that bottom.
Oh, you back up to it.
Own that bottom.
You back into it. And bam, bam.
Red said that with such gusto.
Red knows what she's talking about. I got a feeling.
Hey, you gotta fucking just back your shit up into that once in a while.
Okay.
Where's Vamp Candy? We need to turn this into a real cream stream.
Oh Lord.
I get my other candy coated ninja in here. Hold on. Oh, I bet you she's playing Warframe. There. Do I really need to go grab my alcohol?
You killed the air.
They're all playing Warframe. Airframe. Fucking Airframe.
Let's play Airframe.
Let's play Airframe. Hey, Rocky, you want me to put a rabbit under my hat?
Okay. That was the thing.
It's interesting. Yeah. Malone, see, yeah, the only thing Malone would say the past 3 episodes is I'm going by Malone now because I used to be Occam's Razor, but I'm not Occam's Razor anymore because I got a new channel because I deleted all my videos. I'm going to make a video next week, but now I'm Malone. But don't call me Occam's Razor. But that's the only thing I'll answer to.
No shit.
On the internet.
Hey, you guys need to check out my channel, Occam's Razor. Oh wait, no, I'm leaving alone, Malone. I mean, Malin.
Yeah, at least Malone is a name. Malin sounds like some obscure noun.
Well, it actually sounds like the Celtic Galen, Galen, Galen.
Nah, I don't like that name.
Yeah, that's too long. It should just be gay.
Exactly.
No, whatever. I knew as soon as you said that, people were going to start making jokes. I was like, no, why would you say Galen? My name is Malin. You can't say Galen because then jokes are going to start, man.
Tee him up, baby.
Big Fat Brian in the chat's like, call him Melon.
Melon.
Melon. Oh, my goodness. See, yeah, my brother has
the melon.
See,
hey, Brian.
My brother, the funny one, actually has a normal name.
Okay, so hey, Melon.
No.
Right.
Okay, no. No, I did not.
That was for you, Brian. That was for you.
How can I respond to that?
You did.
Stupid Brian. Go home. Get out of here. You're not welcome anymore.
Go home, Malone. Red's drunk.
Malone, what's that on your arm, man?
What do you mean?
I sort of got it.
It's not integrity.
He doesn't have a video link up, but I sort of got he just looked down.
It's
You
not
already know he looked
integrity
down.
or humor on his arm. That's for sure.
What do you call it? I don't know. Oh, Lord.
I feel so mean.
We're loving on this boy. He's
Malone, you know, if you're getting shit, it's because people care about you. If we didn't give a shit, we'd just ignore you.
Yeah.
True.
Or we'd bring other people in to bring in entertainment value.
And that's the reason that we're messing with you tonight.
You're just a kid.
We've been talking about how we haven't heard enough of Malin or Malone.
You know, Melon, you're not much older than my oldest child. So, I mean, I give my kids the same amount of shit. At least you don't have to deal with it 24/7.
Would you set your daughter up with him?
No, I love my daughter. Sorry. Sorry, Malin. I already set that up.
Dude.
Oh. So, okay, I'm going to have to apologize to Melon Smithers over there.
Wait, what did you just call me?
What?
Smithers.
Smithers.
Melon Smithers.
Yeah,
It makes me think of the stupid Simpsons with like the Smithers.
I actually think Melon
That's who she's
Smithers would
talking
be a
about.
good name for his new YouTube channel.
Melon Smithers. That's a
Melon
great name.
Smithers. No, see, I'll have a second channel for bloopers, and it'll just be Melon Smithers.
Welcome to the Melon
Bloopers
Smithers
and live
Show.
streams.
Live from New York, it's the Melon Spencer Show.
Red made me do it.
And look behind this door, it's a new car.
Oh my God. Oh.
Holy moly.
His name was Melon Smithers.
The Melon Smithers Show.
I just make that. I just make that my
Great
YouTube
sound.
name, my show name, just like
Melon Smithers.
Melon
man.
It's
That's
like
money.
Do that
That
because
is
people
fucking
will
money
blame
in the
me.
bank, man.
it's
Money
like I
in the
become
bank.
famous with that name, so it's like people are like, yeah, it's like, what's your real name?
Melon
Oh,
Smithers,
Miller,
oh my
but I just go by Melon Smithers.
Don't do that because people will blame me. Don't do
Are you really going to run for president, Mr. Smithers? Are you really going to run? Everybody wants to know.
After everything you've said on those live streams 20 years ago, you're really going to run for president, Mr. Smithers.
Oh my God. If The Rock can do it, so can you. It's okay.
That's right. And we can smell what that rock is cooking, can't we?
Can you smell what Smithers is cooking?
If you turn over the rock and you don't like what you see, just turn it back over again and walk away. That's my philosophy on the rock running for president.
That's deep. That's deep. I'm like,
I feel like your parents should have said that when they sent you to the orphanage.
At least it wasn't a meme.
We should drag Big Fat Brian in here again since he's not sick as shit. Gay.
Wow. Big Fat Brian says,
you want this place to get mean? Holy shit.
you got about 8 minutes left. You want to open it up and just like, fuck it?
Here.
oh, no, don't open it up. Just like let Big Fat Brian in.
Just open it up. We've got 17 watching.
Okay, fine. We'll open it up. But that's when it gets crazy. Is when
Well,
they
that's
open it
fine,
up.
though. Crazy. At least, at least there's no drunks in here.
How do you know Big Fat
I'm
Brian's
streaming
not
that. I am streaming that. Because I'm going to stream here in a little bit. I'm going to stream on Merc's channel and do stupid shit and see if he catches it.
I was thinking about hooking up this OBS and fucking around with it.
I'm going to play Warframe and fuck with people. Because apparently I need to create waifu pillows. And my daughter's agreed to draw the waifu pillows for me. Because several guys have asked, hey, when are we getting the red waifu pillows? And I came up with another aspect because of my awesome cam girl wannabe daughter. She's like, Mom, spray it with your perfume. Get it sent to you first and spray it with the perfume. And then you can send it to these people. So, I don't know.
Wait, so it's literally a pillow of what? Of you? Or what?
Apparently my avatar. I mean, I haven't video revealed myself. And my daughter said she's going to dox me with my curls because she's got a lock of my hair I sent to my husband while he was going across the mountains. And she's like, Mom, I've got your curl. She's like, I'm going to sell it to you.
She says mountains. She's talking about Afghani mountains. She's not talking about
across the other side of the state.
Oh.
It was in Yakistan.
Oh. All right. I thought you meant Afghanistan.
No.
You did not go over there?
Mark didn't go to Afghanistan.
Okay. Well, good.
I let Mark talk about what he did because I fuck it up all the time. I get MOSs fucked up a lot too. I was never in. I couldn't deal with people telling me what to do unless I was on my back.
Whoa.
Click it, Caucasian sensation. Click it. Click it. Click the link.
Click it.
Click it.
Click it.
You know you want to click it.
Do it.
Just click it a little bit. Just click it.
Do it.
Just click a little bit.
Do it. Let's do the let's finish out with the
wait. When I want people to click a link, then it's terrible. But then everyone else is like, yeah, click the link, no problem.
This
Melon,
is for the people's
Melon,
benefit.
Do you have tits?
Everyone's.
Do you have a vagina? Do you have anything most men in the chat want?
No.
Besides a pretty butthole.
No.
Pretty butthole.
By the way, guys, he says he has a pretty butthole.
No,
Come
I
into
don't.
the chat.
I do not.
Where does this come from?
I never said that.
There's only two ways you can find that out.
Streams ago, I actually said something else. Remember that?
There's only two ways you can find that out, and that's being told and looking yourself. Either way,
we're gonna dox
pretty sick.
Melon's butthole on this stream.
No, see, Red, remember what?
The anal doxing of Melon.
Oh,
It's the anal doxing of Melon Smithers.
Melon Smithers, dude.
Oh my god!
I heard you fuckers were using my name.
God damn it, who is this? I need to subscribe to whoever the fuck you are. I will sub to you.
Dude, whoever Melon Smithers is, I need to do a live stream with you on my channel.
It's the anal doxing of Melon Smithers.
Wait, I have a feeling Melon Smithers.
I was wondering.
ABC News.
We need to hear from the real Melon.
I was wondering why it took him so long to come in, but I approved.
I approve too. Nice one, Melon.
I don't know
who is Melon Smithers?
There's no Big Fat Brian. You're only Melon Smithers.
Hey, Melon, tell us how you slather turkey in your own personal gravy.
Oh, I do it all the time, especially from the power bottom position where I push up against other dudes.
You gotta get it deep. You gotta get that basting deep up in there.
You gotta make sure you hit that prostate with the semen.
Oh, Melon has a pretty mouth. Yes, Melon has a pretty mouth.
It's just all pretty and smooth and ready to be defiled.
Oh man, this is totally worth making an extra account.
That was fucking awesome.
The next stream is going to be the anal doxing of Melon Smithers.
That already got
No.
I've already
We need a Smothered in Smithers video. We need a Smothered in Smithers.
I've already showed my face on Twitter and stuff like that and everything. And I think I'm perfectly fine just leaving it up my face.
Irate, did you tell him who he looks like?
Oh, who did I say? I can't even remember.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill, yes.
Who? What?
Who? I look like who?
This actor named Sam Neill. Look him up.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. He was in Jurassic
Park is frightening in the dark.
In the Mouth of Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness is the better movie out of the bunch. That's one of the. Event Horizon too, man.
Yeah, Event Horizon, the best movie he's ever been in.
That is the best movie he was ever in. That is a brilliant.
What's that actor's
damn it,
name?
Melon.
I'm looking it up.
It's one of the best.
His name
movies
is
ever made.
Melon Smithers.
Did we not just
Oh my
say
goodness. Wait, I'm gonna Google Melon Smithers and see what pops
His
up.
name is Melon Smithers. It sounds like a preacher, doesn't it?
But I find it
This is
amazing
the
is,
Reverend Melon Smithers. And
I Googled Melon Smithers, and there's a picture of people with watermelons on their face.
And let me touch it with your magic healing of Jesus Christ. That's right. The Reverend Melon Smithers will cure your hemorrhoids with one touch. Just bend over and come over here.
Yep, one touch. It'll be numb for sure.
By the way,
That's all it
man, you
takes.
missed it. We've got Melon Smithers that actually came in here and got all kinds of melon hurt that Irate Prostate had this fag on here that's pretending to be him.
Yeah,
you
see,
got
Melon
this fag
Smithers is
stealing
my
my
evil
name.
twin. Melon Smithers is my alter ego. There's two of us. That's why we're on the same stream at once.
Bullshit, there's two of us. You just keep stealing my name, Melon.
You know, the people that left this stream are going to fucking kick themselves in the ass when they get told tomorrow. I'm going to cut this part out. This is good. This is funny.
No, keep
I
the
got a
funny
feeling
melon
me and
in.
Brian can do some crazy shit together, man.
Keep the funny melon in.
I like the funny. Fuck this is going to be nothing but the funny melon. That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of funny melons, I'm debating about because today I bought Kinder eggs at my gas station here in America. I bought Kinder eggs.
Those aren't real
What the
Kinder
fuck
eggs.
is that?
They're fake ads. They've got half with the custard and all that shit, and the other half's a toy
Wait,
because
Kinder eggs
apparently
are illegal
Americans
in
are
America.
retards. But I was debating about opening
find...
my Kinder egg between my cleavage and doxing my cleavage with
Okay,
Kinder
all
eggs.
right, you went there. All right, good.
That's Melon Smithers.
Because your story started to go a different direction.
I'll buy that for $1.
I was gonna say when you said melons and I was just like, oh no, it doesn't sound like she's actually gonna talk about her boobs.
I'll give you 20 bucks.
I got
if you put it in your
boobs.
butt.
That's actually Merc's ringtone is my cleavage.
What? How?
My husband, Mercolium. It's his ringtone.
How do your boobs
Is it motorboat?
It pops up and it's got another actual audio that pops up that he recorded that I didn't realize he recorded. But it's my cleavage and some audio. You have to ask Mercolium what that is. He can share that or not.
Next week, we require said audio.
Why, yeah.
You gotta bring
Hey, I gotta keep the man busy at work on his off time. I gotta be
Exactly.
on my
I feel-
game on his
I
off
feel
time.
that he needs to approve this for us to listen to.
This is to my alter ego, Melon Smithers. I have to ask to really prove that you're my
Are
true
you
alter
the
ego.
alter ego?
No. He's my alter ego.
Well, that's
Actually, you're both alter egos.
Yeah, we're both alter egos actually because we're 50-50 alter egos because like if I'm exists and he exists then and we're both alter egos of each other, we're just as
Actually,
much an alter ego.
before you ask your question, I'm just going to say, do you spell Berenstein with an AIN or EIN?
AIN. Berenstain.
Oh, son of a bitch. We've crossed timelines.
Yeah, we're in the wrong rep.
We're in the wrong Berenstein universe.
See, I watched that show when I was a little kid, and then when I saw that spelling thing, that really messed me up. I was
That
like,
is
what?
awesome. That was really well done, I thought.
Sorry, Goat Man. I apologize. He said that he put his twins to bed and then he came back. I was like, twin D's. He said his twin 2-year-old sons.
Live from New York, it's the Melon Smithers Show. Film before it live.
No shit. Nature knew what they were doing, not give me more than one at a time.
All right.
I'd have drowned one of them.
I'm just going to say it. Next Cream Stream, we have to have Melon Smithers on again. That is a guest. Melon Smithers is a main guest next time.
No, I want
Melon Smithers do the weather or some shit.
The weather with Melon Smithers.
I'll do the FAP of the week.
Toki, the sad part is Mercolia probably would. See, when Merc hit his 100 subscriber thing, he put out a Twitter poll that said, did people want to see his tits or my tits? And everybody voted for his tits. So
nice.
You can blame the voter pool.
That was funny as hell.
That is the worst trade-off ever.
I voted for his tits too.
You can blame the people that follow him or don't follow him on Twitter.
Well, America, let's wind up another episode of the Cream Stream here on America. This is Cream Stream number 20. We're going to put it in the bucket right now, people. And then the after show will be after the link somewhere up there in that chat. So if you can find it, come on in. All right. So we're going to end the broadcast at 3, 2,